The point of connection is not to attempt to have 5,000 deep relationships where now all of a sudden you're a personal psychologist of people. That's not the point. And I think most things in life, especially for people at this stage of life, we are all or nothing people. That's kind of how we're wired. It's easy to be all or nothing people, but nothing in life is all or nothing. It just doesn't work that way. So let me take a step back and say, am I actively seeking to connect? And are my vulnerability settings open? This does not mean anything more than I'm actually being present. I'm making a decision that this is not going to be a transactional relationship, because even if you do, you're setting up yourself up for failure. Remember, you've not separated yourself in any way. So I think connection is understanding that it's simply having that moment. Remember we talked about like that moment that stood out, that person that shared something that goes, I like being, something was different. The emotional connection, I think yes, but to say that you don't have the capacity to do that, I think everybody has capacity, it's just where are you placing it? You know, like, and again, I still think this comes back to when you define something as work, then now it becomes really heavy. Do you know what I mean? So one of the hardest things I think you would probably agree with, and maybe some of you would that have partners or spouses, is when you get home and you get the dreaded question, how was your day? When you come home, do you want to deconstruct your day? Most of us are like, dude, no. I found that when I got home, if I was like, hey, Kim, let's go on a walk. And we would be walking and we would start talking and all these, it was like the perfect, like whatever it was, it worked. And so I think what you have to do is, my point in telling you that story is, I don't think you can define connection in this one way and then go, this is it, I can't do that, this is exhausting. You have to do it. It doesn't work to go, it's too much work for me. I don't have capacity for that. Sure you do, maybe the way you're doing it isn't working for you. So I think what you do is you find your little, what is your secret sauce to connecting? Some people love to talk business strategy. And so that's how you like to connect. And so you find that thing and you do that. So I want to make sure that we're not turning this thing into something that it's not, because it will feel weighty. It'll feel impossible. It'll feel not what it's meant to be. Connection, we've all been connecting. We connected on Ohio. If we would have sat longer, I would have told you I lived in Ohio, Columbus. Isn't it amazing when you say to somebody, thank you so much for telling me you went to school in Ohio, because it brought back amazing memories that was awesome for me, thank you. And you're like, oh, you're welcome. And you're like, yeah, it's like, that's a cool, like that's a thing that's real, right? I think this is a good conversation because this is a hard, soft skill. It's a skill, it's learned, right? And I think, is this making a little bit more sense on just some of these like little practical, fun ways that you can connect? And I think I've had to learn this in my marriage to keep it healthy. Like, you have to learn ways to connect with every person that fuel you.